Royal Caribbean was right at the center of cruise news this week with cancellations, a domestic season launch, and volunteer cruising. So let's get into it. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. As always, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. As has been widely reported and shared this week, Royal Caribbean finally pulled the plug on the Australian summer cruise season. All sailings on both the Ovation of the Seas and Serenade of the Seas, scheduled between October and April next year, were cancelled. I'm sure many of you, like me, are not surprised by the cancellations, with the earlier Quantum of the Seas Brisbane season cancellation giving us a preview as to what was to come. Unlike the Quantum cancellation, however, this time Royal Caribbean are giving affected guests the option of lift and shift, where they can choose from select voyages in the 2022-2023 cruise season with price protection. In addition, affected guests can also choose a full refund or a 125% future cruise credit. However, as I had suspected and even mentioned on this channel, Royal Caribbean went one step further, and in the shadow of these new cancellations, they announced an entirely new, exclusively Australian domestic cruise season. The new season sails from Sydney on board Ovation of the Seas between December 13th this year and March 31st, 2022. The scheduled voyages, of course, are focused only on Australian destinations, but curiously, all of the voyages between December 13th and the end of January are exclusively sailing within New South Wales. This could be a sign that some discussions have been taking place behind the scenes between Royal Caribbean and the state government that has given the cruise company some faith that domestic cruising might be allowed soon within the state of New South Wales. Or Royal Caribbean could be simply taking a bet and hoping for the best. To date, the Australian government has still failed to include cruising in its four-phase roadmap to normality, despite constant pressure from cruise body CLIA. There has certainly been a lot of chatter across social media about this new domestic season, and a lot of it has to do with the pricing. Perhaps a combination of pent-up demand, the high travel season, and limited sailing capacity has led to inflated prices, but many would agree they're a touch on the high side. To that end, during Royal Caribbean's second quarter earnings call, they did announce that they expect to be cash flow positive within 6 months. This is helped, no doubt, by the company's confirmation that come the Northern Hemisphere spring season, they expect their entire fleet to be operational once more. And Royal Caribbean have also called for entries into their volunteer cruise sweepstakes. The cruises will be offered to members of the Crown and Anchor loyalty program, with each member given the chance to win a cruise. The volunteer simulation cruises have been prepared in accordance with CDC rules, and the offer is available exclusively to residents of the United States. Each member enters only once, but depending on your status level, you may receive additional entries. And in the wake of rising case numbers in the United States, Princess, Carnival, Holland America, and Royal Caribbean have all reviewed their onboard health and safety protocols. In the weeks ahead, for all US departures, guests, whether they are vaccinated or not, will require a PCR or antigen test 72 hours before boarding day and will need to supply proof of a negative result before they can board. Additionally, masks will be required in most, if not all, indoor areas except when eating or drinking. And to round out the cruise news this week, according to the August 2021 edition of the Cruise Ships in Service report by Cruise Industry News, there will be 190 cruise ships representing 65 brands operational this month. Surely that's a fantastic sign of things to come. Well, that brings me to the end of this week's cruise news update. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. If you are looking to book a cruise, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au. If you haven't followed me on social media yet, you can do that as well on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. As has been widely reported and shared this week, Royal Caribbean, giving us a preview of where they are able to move their cruise to a selected voyage. In addition, guests can, of course, choose. This could be a sign that behind the scenes, Royal Caribbean and the